Alright guys, so maybe it's just me, but this moose out in front of me looks a lot darker than this moose, which just happens to be quite large. 185 to 210 score estimate, so I want to get a better look because they're spooked right now. I shot a cow moose. The only weapon I have with me currently is the 4570 Buffalo rifle. I was just moving tents, and that's the rifle I decided to bring. I've been using it this morning, and I actually quite like it. I didn't really use it much at all prior to today, but it is really a nice gun. But I want to get a better look to see if that moose on the left is indeed a melanistic, and honestly, from this angle, it really looks like it is. We'll get the spotting scope. Like, that looks incredibly dark to me compared to this one, but what we're going to do is take the big one first. They have the same weight estimate, actually. Okay, maybe they're going to walk side by side a bit more. I don't know, I think it's darker. Guess we'll find out eventually. We're taking the big one first regardless because he'll be harder to track. Just because he's larger, he's more likely to spook. So I think we can take this angle. Actually, we can't. There's a small tree there. Maybe that's not a melanistic. I really can't tell. Because he just looks so dark, and now we don't have a good angle at all. I'd have to go for a Texas heart shot on that one. We'll try it. And I believe, yeah, we got it. Cool. See, I'm going to go ahead and track down that other one. Just in case he is melanistic, I'll check my stats after I harvest him. Before I decide whether or not I do want to taxidermize him. It'd be really cool if he was a melanistic, though, because he's got a very interesting set of antlers. I'm sure you noticed they kind of go up a lot more than out, like a normal moose. But let's see if this guy tops 200. I think he's going to be quite close, and we're actually on the trail of the other one right now. Yeah, we got the Texas heart shot. 203 score, that's a nice moose. Alright, I think this looks pretty good. I kind of discovered this trophy pose with my 216 moose by accident, and I really like how the rifle looks like it's leaning up against the antler of the moose. Yeah, we'll taxidermize him. I really like the look of moose in the, hold up. That's another monster. 195 to 220. Okay. We're going to shoot that one also, and then we'll go track the other since we are on his trail. That one is quite obviously larger than the one we just shot. I think it's maybe like 210 area. I don't think it's quite close to 220. Yeah, I think he is a good bit bigger than the one we shot, though. So this turned into an interesting hunt. I tend to have quite fruitful? I don't know what the word I want is. When I'm moving tents, I do very well just hunting when I move tents. My 159 albino whitetail buck from about a year ago was moving tents on White Hart Island. And here we are on White Rime Ridge. That should take him down quite quickly. With two big moose and possibly a rare, I'm not really sure. He did just go down. My tent's just down there. I gotta go move that, and then we'll go grab that moose. Alright, so here is this moose. Looks like we actually had intestines, but it took him down quite quickly. We'll see what he's gonna score. We had liver, stomach, intestine, 210. Right about what I said. Cool. Alright, so going with the same trophy shot pose again. Looking pretty good. Think we'll taxidermize him as well. I've got a plan for what I want to do with all the moose because now I've got 4 taxidermized. So this was just another nice kill I had when I was moving my last tent, but I did track down the other moose. I did end up taking him down. I think he scored like 152, but he was just a common. So no rares for us on this hunt, but I thought this doll sheep looked pretty good, and I had the 243 for Arctic fox and doll sheep, so I thought I'd try to take it out. And we got that like glitch again where they don't run after being hit, so unfortunately that's still happening, but that is one of the more helpful bugs because what ends up happening right here turns right into our shot, and we managed to drop it. But I do really like the Carbon 243. I like the normal one too. Ever since it's been changed, it looks a lot nicer, but I prefer the look of the Carbon one, and it's probably one of my favorite small game weapons that I don't use very much, just because you can use the 223 for so many things, and it does have the faster fire rate, so I tend to end up choosing that. But this was a pretty decent doll sheep, I thought, so I figured I would throw it in here because it was just another nice kill all in one hunt with a couple of nice moose that we got. So we're going to pick it up here and see what it scores. I know that I wasn't recording my mic here, but I think my guess was somewhere around 180. I don't remember what I figured, but 178 is not bad. So that was the last good kill I had on this hunt, but that was not the last good kill I had today. Alright, so I'm here at my bear barrel on Hemmeldal, and I believe this is an albino brown bear, because I don't think blonde brown bears exist. He does have a very pink-looking nose, and he's got a pretty solid score estimate, 23 to 27. He actually got pretty close there, but he didn't really stop for me. So I'm going to wait for a good angle, because I like this area for a trophy shot, so I'd prefer to drop him in his tracks, if at all possible. But I just set this up like 2 hours ago, trying to actually get a good-sized brown bear for my trophy lodge, the rustic one, since you can actually have one of each bear species now with the 4 large platforms. And what I was hoping for was like a large male cinnamon. I wasn't really expecting to find an albino because I didn't consider whether that would go in a rares lodge or in the rustic lodge. That I never even thought about, so I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably put it in the rustic lodge, at least for now, until I can find a big common. Alright, so our albino is coming back. If it'll stop somewhere at that angle, I would take that shot. Unless, of course, it stops with its vitals directly behind the bear barrel. But yeah, this is the first albino, I think, that I've seen since the new bear variations. I've only ever killed one albino brown bear back with the old models. I think it scored like in and around 23. I didn't even have a bear barrel filled. I had one set up on val-des-bois, and I found it while just running around, I think for a montage or something, back when I used to just do a montage of like 1 or 2 hunts. So I'm still waiting on this guy to give us a better angle for a shot. I'm hoping he's going to score like 24 or 25. I do really think that's an albino, though. Like I said, I don't think blondes even exist for brown bears, so that's not really an ideal angle there either. We're getting... I might take that shot if it'll stop. Well, that's nice and close. And I still can't drop him. I didn't mean to get out, though. Meant to put my bow away. I wanted to drop him right here because I like the area for a trophy shot. I did shoot too far back, apparently, and caught intestines. So I'll jump back in the stand. I'll wait about 5 minutes, and then we'll go track him. I have been scared for way too long, but I finally found it. As you can see, there was a tiny glitch going on, it seems, because there's no way he should have ran that far. But he is down, and he's kind of in the sunlight. Hope the score will calculate, because the other one didn't. See, intestine stomach, he should have never made it that far. He was at the lower end of the score estimate, but still, an albino brown bear, 16-minute wound time? Wow, nah, that was longer than 16 minutes. He had to have glitched himself across the map really quickly and then died, and that explains why I tracked him so far, because I've been tracking him for far longer than 16 minutes, but I don't even care about that right now. I'm just glad I found him. Alright, so I think this looks pretty good. I didn't tab out to make sure he was an albino, but I was talking to one of my friends on TeamSpeak while I was trying to figure out what was going on and if I was going to be able to find this thing, and he was looking at the animal fur variations, and there is not a blonde brown bear, so I can only assume that this is in fact an albino, and we will check that out in the trophy lodge in just a second. I can't believe I found that, actually. Alright, so that was successful. Another thing that I was concerned about, maybe after that whole glitch, it wouldn't have been a successful taxidermization. Is that a word? I don't know. So this is actually the very next hunt. I decided to continue my search for a large common brown bear to put in the rustic lodge because I decided I did want the albino in my rares lodge, and we are using, as you can see, the 4570 buffalo rifle because after having that albino glitch and end up really far away and having to run 6 kilometers to find him, I really didn't want to deal with that again. So we're going to pick up this guy and see what he scores. And we've got 27.7, so we're going to take a trophy shot at him and check him out in the lodge. Alright, so we're here in the trophy lodge just to show everything that we got today mounted. So we've got the 203 moose here from White Rime Ridge and the 210 that we got just after him here in the center. And the 2 bears that we had, the albino here on the right and the common on the left. So I think I am going to put the albino back in the rares lodge that I have, and I'm going to put the common actually where the albino is at because I like that pose works better on the side the albino is on than the side that the common's on, at least in my opinion. So I think I'll put him back there, and when we get a grizzly bear, that'll go where the common one is currently sitting. And also, one thing I didn't record that I got today was this European rabbit. That scored 2341, which was actually in the same hunt. This brown bear was shot. I just didn't record it because I didn't realize it was big. I didn't spot it or anything, so I just shot it with my 17, and it turned out to be quite a nice one. So that was a nice little kill. I didn't mount the doll sheep since we already have a bigger one in here, but yeah. Trophy lodge is looking pretty good. The only thing I'm really after right now is a gray grizzly bear, or an albino, but I guess that would go in the rares lodge. So I guess I'd have to get a gray grizzly bear because I don't like the look of the normal ones mounted, so I definitely want to get a gray. But yeah, that was a really good day of hunting. We had 4 really nice kills, one being a rare, and then a couple of decent kills as well. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.